Well, many of you guys are getting my videos and my emails. I just want you to try to spread my email to any of your friends, because I want my email go across the country from east to west. I just want to make sure that everybody are getting my emails. Okay, I know I have removed a lot of people from my mailing list. There was only one reason for it, because I was not sure if people liked my video or my email, and because I was always telling the truth, and maybe people didn't like to hear the truth. Maybe they were just for Mr. Trudeau and they were trying to protect him. But as far as I'm concerned, I am a veteran. I am proud to be a veteran, and I'm not proud to have served in DND. And you know what? I think you know why I'm saying it, because as far as I'm concerned, they didn't act properly with me, because you know they took advices from any other people in order to arrest me. But the thing is, they were wrong advices, because you know you don't arrest someone without having proof. You know, you don't arrest someone with a say of a 4-year-old little girl. You know, because it takes more than that to arrest people. But in my case, you know, since I was a sergeant, or since I was living on the Rockcliffe base on 8 Arthur Street, not only because of that, but I am assuming that military police went over what they were supposed to do. Okay, they overreacted. This is what I'm saying. This is also what others are saying about my case. The military police overreacted, and this is what the Tribunal Review and Appeal Board are saying against the military police, because you know those people, they just think that they are above the laws. As I said before, no one is above the laws, okay? Because even the Prime Minister is not above the laws. Otherwise, he would be doing any kind of shit, and he would be free. You know, he would be free. A judge from Alberta decided to release Omar Khadr. And now Omar Khadr is a free terrorism living here in Canada. And do you think it is good? Well, I don't think so. What did you do to the American army? You just decided to take Omar Khadr out of Guantanamo, and that guy was judged by the American army for 40 years in Guantanamo, so he was not able to do even fucking 10 years or maybe more or maybe less because of Mr. Trudeau. And they tried to hide something about the $10.5 million to the American, because they knew that if they were not hiding it, the American would have come here to Canada and tried to get money from Omar Khadr. But since this email will go out in the USA, I'm just hoping that will reach the President Trump, and the President Trump will do something else beside that in order to get money from Omar Khadr or from the federal government, since he has been wasting our money big time, like hell, okay? Because Mr. Trudeau is coming from hell, because you know he's Islamist, and Islamist is from hell. This is the reason why I'm saying it. You know, whenever I see a Muslim woman wearing fucking hijab, well, you know, they're not here to live with us. It does not seem like that, you know. They're here to fight against us. Even the English people are against us here in Quebec, because they're saying they are against the laicity law that Mr. Legault is trying to pass. And I know we are protecting the English people here in Quebec. We are giving them everything they want at the hospital or English universities. And we are also giving a lot to English people, because we love our English people here in Quebec, because they're always good people in there. Same thing else in Canada. Well, myself, I can say that I love English people, because you know, since I began my career, I was always in English mode. I was always working with English people, except for Bracarty. But I mean, the rest was always with English people, that I will always remember that I was having a real great time with them. I was never talking against English people. even though if I'm French, but I will never talk against English people because, you know, they're always good people, always, all the time. Okay, so this is the reason why I like English people. They're always behind me, they're always protecting me, and I'm doing the same myself. I am always behind English people, I'm always protecting them. If I see someone talking against English people, I will simply let them know that, you know, English people are treating us well, except in Ontario. Mr. Doug Ford, the Prime Minister of Ontario, has decided not to finance French university or French hospital, Montfort. Okay, so since Mr. Doug Ford is doing it, it does not look good here in Quebec because, you know, we are really well managing our English people here in Quebec. But if you look at Ontario, how it is treating French people there, you know, Mr. Doug Ford doesn't like French people. This is why he's treating the French people in Ontario. And I don't know about any other provinces. I know in Vancouver or in BC, there's like a small French community there. You know, it's all separate. Same thing is in New Brunswick or something in PEI. I don't know about them, but I mean, they are doing their effort, except for Mr. Doug Ford that is not doing. Here in Quebec, you know, we are being taxed big time. We are way more taxed than any other province, and it should be the same though. You know, we should all be treated the same way as any other province, except here in Quebec. We're paying a big income tax because we have a lot of service, but those fucking services are shit here in Quebec. You know, we're paying services for fuck all because whenever you go to hospital and you wait 13 hours, you know, it is very bad. And if you look at all the street here or the road here in Quebec, it looks bad because it is horrible. It's full of shit, you know, full of hole and you know. If you go to Ontario, all the time on the road here in Quebec, it's full of hole. You know, you have to drive like this all the time in order to avoid holes. And whenever you get on the Ontario street, well, fuck, the streets are very nice there. I don't know about any other provinces how the streets are, but in Ontario you can be sure to have the best street I've ever seen. As far as I'm concerned, Quebecer here, you know, we're paying big time income tax. It's not fair because we're paying big time income tax and we're also paying income tax from Canada. So one of those two income tax are too much here in Quebec. So it's either provincial or federal. But what the fuck? Why are we paying tax like that? Why? Is there a main reason for it? Yes, because of all the services that we're paying here in Quebec, and their services are like fuck all here. I don't know about services in the other provinces, but I mean, as for here, it is pure crap, pure shit, you know. If it would not be of my family that is living here, I would be moving elsewhere in Canada. You can be sure of that. I would be moving elsewhere. Jesus Christ, yes, I would be moving elsewhere. Because I hate to be a Quebecer. I hate living here in Quebec. And I have to pay income tax because I'm living on the Quebec side. But all my pension are coming from the federal. So how come I'm paying income tax here in Quebec? Well, that I told you. Like I told you, it's only because I'm living here in Quebec. It's a real shame to be a Quebecer. I'll tell you why. Because you're paying big time, a lot of taxes. You know, you just turn around, everything goes up, but our pension never go up. Like the military pension, which is taxed and should not be taxed because we don't deserve to be taxed on our military pension because we have done a lot for our country. And just take a look at what our country is giving us in return. Fuck all, okay? So our military pension should not be taxed. Bill Morneau, the Minister of Finance, Federal Finance, you should take a look at it very closely because in any other countries, veterans are getting their pension, and which is not taxed. But Canada is the only country that the military pension is taxed. So have a nice day.